Hello and good afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Lagos State government inducts 20 health fellows as lyrical champions to further drive universal health coverage. Federal government empowers 300 women in Niger State. On the foreign scene, South Korea's Conservative Party selects Kim Moon-so as presidential candidate. And in sports, English centre-back Eric Dier set to leave Bayern Munich by end of season. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. In a significant stride towards achieving universal health coverage, UHC, and ensuring that no resident is left behind, the Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, has inducted 20 National Health Fellows, NHFs, as dedicated lyrical champions. This strategic move harnesses the energy and vision of young leaders to bolster the state's health insurance scheme. The permanent secretary of LASHMA, Emanuela Zamba, who congratulated the newly appointed fellows, urged them to embody the values of both the National Health Fellows Program, NHFP, and the Lyrical Initiative, serving as exemplary ambassadors in their crucial roles. Zamba lauded the federal government for establishing the NHFP, affirming that this inclusive approach will empower the young leaders become active participants in the implementation of the governor's executive order, thereby advancing the state's healthcare system. She expressed confidence that their involvement would also significantly strengthen the healthcare system, particularly at the grassroots level. As the West African Senior School Certificate Examination WASC and the National Examinations Council NECO approaches, the Lagos State government is actively bolstering the morale and preparedness of its students. Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Jamiu Ali Balogun, underscored the pivotal role of a positive mindset and self-assurance in navigating the pressures of external examinations. Ali Balogun stated that cultivating this mental fortitude will be instrumental in helping students effectively manage exam stress and ultimately enhance their performance in the upcoming crucial assessments. He stated that the state government has proactively launched initiatives such as the Core Learners Support Program, a collaborative effort with private sector stakeholders strategically designed to equip students with the necessary tools and resources to achieve outstanding results in these external examinations. Ali Balogun urged all students to dedicate their utmost efforts to their studies and to firmly resist any involvement in examination malpractices. Leaders of the Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union, RATAU, from the Southwest Zone have expressed concern over a noticeable decline in solidarity and comradeship among its members. This was contained in a communique issued at the end of a zonal meeting in Ado-Ekiti to strategize ahead of the union's forthcoming National Delegates Conference, NDC, slated for July. The union called for a rekindling of the spirit of unity and mutual support, describing them as vital to strengthening the union's presence and effectiveness in the region. Ratau also used the opportunity to urge the Ekiti State government to implement the long-standing weigh-in allowance for media and culture workers, which their counterparts at the federal level have benefited from for nearly 15 years. Meanwhile, in preparation for the NDC, Southwest leaders unanimously endorsed 3 candidates to represent the zone: Dare Durosimi for National President, Adebayo Aribatishe for National Vice President Southwest, and Kayode Olorunfemi for National Auditor. Members were urged to rally behind these candidates to ensure the zone's success at the conference. And now to the rest of the story. In a significant move to boost agricultural productivity and empower vulnerable groups, the federal government has provided agricultural inputs and support to over 300 women and youths in Niger State. The program, with the theme Planting for the Future, aims to unlock the potential of women and youth to transform the agricultural sector and secure the nation's future. Wife of the President Oluremi Tinubu, who was represented by wife of the Niger State Governor Fatima Bago, stated that empowering women and youths with the tools and resources for sustainable farming will not only improve household nutrition but also enhance national food security. Mrs. Tinubu noted that the program cuts across several areas of agricultural development, including crop cultivation, livestock rearing, poultry farming, and aquaculture, adding that the initiative will nourish homes and strengthen the country's food systems. Vice President Kashim Shettima is set to depart Abuja for Libreville, Gabon, where he will represent President Bola Tinubu and Nigeria at the inauguration of Gabon's President-elect Brice Nguema. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President Stanley Nkwocha, explained that the federal government reaffirmed its support for Gabon's ongoing democratic journey and highlighted the strategic importance of stable governance in the region. He said Shettima is expected to join other regional and international leaders at the inauguration ceremony, after which he will return to Nigeria. Nguema, who has served as Gabon's transitional leader since August 2023, following a military-led ouster of former President Ali Bongo, emerged victorious in the country's April 12 presidential election. And now to foreign news. South Korea's main conservative party has nominated a former labor leader and veteran political figure, Kim Moon-soo, as its presidential candidate for the snap election to be held on 3rd of June. Kim secured the People Power Party (PPP) nomination with 56.5% of the vote at the party's national convention in Goyang City in Gyeonggi Province. The election was triggered by the dramatic impeachment of conservative President Yoon Suk-yeol after South Korea's constitutional court ruled that he had grossly violated his duties by declaring martial law without justification on the 3rd of December. The ruling ended Yoon's presidency and forced the country into an early vote to choose his successor. Kim, former labor activist who later shifted to the conservative camp, previously served as labor minister under Yoon and governor of South Korea's Gyeonggi Province from 2006 to 2014. Kim will face Liberal Democratic Party candidate Lee Jae-myung, who remains a clear frontrunner with nearly 50% of public support. In our sport, English centre-back Eric Dier is set to leave Bayern Munich at the end of the season when his contract is expected to end. The club's sporting director Christoph Friond said Eric announced that he will not extend his time with Bayern and that he will leave the club at the end of the season. Dier's contract expires on the 30th of June, but Bayern is still in talks in a bid to extend temporarily to cover the Club World Cup, which runs from the 14th of June to July 13 in the United States. The 31-year-old touched down in Munich on loan in January 2024, establishing himself as a starter in defense alongside Matthijs de Ligt under then coach Thomas Tuchel. And that's all for the news. At 4, slow down at road junctions, intersections, and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration introduced the Lagos Economic Acceleration Program, LEAP, to reduce the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic on small businesses? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. In a significant stride towards achieving universal health coverage, UHC, and ensuring that no resident is left behind, the Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, has inducted 20 National Health Fellows NHFs as dedicated Ilireko champions. In a significant move to boost agricultural productivity and empower vulnerable groups, the federal government has provided agricultural inputs and support to over 300 women and youths in Niger State. We also told you South Korea's main conservative party has nominated a former Labour minister and veteran political figure, Kim Moon-soo, as its presidential candidate for the snap election to be held on the 3rd of June. And in sports, English centre-back Eric Dier is set to leave Bayern Munich at the end of the season, when his contract is expected to end. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Mojid Ololade. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.
Timeliness begins with the letter T. We strive to maintain timeliness in disseminating information to our listeners, and that is why we are reliable. Being the most reliable radio station, providing traffic information in Africa is our vision. Maintaining the A status, which is accurate. Accuracy in serving you real-time traffic situation reports live from the roads in details. We are dynamic in every way. With the use of modern technology and well-motivated workforce, we keep you up to date with information on all modes of transportation, and that has been our objective. Being the first authentic traffic radio station in Africa, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, moving Lagos forward.
Cause the information is so accurate, they know the mission. Lagos